Hello everyone, this is Minakshi Dilip Birari, working as assistant professor in chemistry at Maratha Vidya Prasarak Samaj, Nasik. In previous lecture, we have studied the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process. Similar to sulfuric acid, nitric acid is also an important product of chemical industry. It is used in synthetic fibers, dyestuff, explosives, plastics, drugs, etc. It is also used in the manufacture of nitrogen fertilizers like ammonium nitrate and mixed fertilizers like nitrophosphate. Now, in today's lecture, we are going to discuss the physico-chemical principles involved in the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process. We know that there are three important steps involved in the Ostwald's process for the manufacture of nitric acid. So, Ostwald's process involves following steps. First, oxidation of ammonia to nitric oxide with air or oxygen in presence of platinum rhodium catalyst. Then, oxidation of nitric oxide to nitrogen dioxide and absorption of NO2 by water to form HNO3. So, first step, oxidation of NH3 to NO. Second, oxidation of NO to NO2. And third one, absorption of NO2 by water to form HNO3. So, let us see the physico-chemical principles involved in each step. First step, principles involved in the oxidation of ammonia to nitric oxide. The most important step in the manufacture of nitric acid by Ostwald's process is the catalytic oxidation of NH3 to NO. So for this reaction is 4NH3 plus 5O2 give the formation of 4NO plus 6H2O. This reaction is reversible and forward reaction is exothermic. So here 9 volumes of the reactants gives 10 volumes of the product. That means 4 volume of NH3 plus 5 volume of O2, total 9 volumes of the reactants gives 4 volume of NO plus 6 volume of H2O. That means total 10 volume of the product. Thus, there is little increase in the volume. Here 9 volume gives the 10 volume of product. Thus, there is a little increase in the volume when NO is formed. Let us see the effect of temperature on the first step, that is oxidation of NH3 to NO. So, what is the effect of temperature? Since the reaction is exothermic, it is expected that low temperature will favor this reaction. However, at low temperature, the rate of reaction is slow. So, an optimum temperature of about 750 degrees Celsius is kept when pressure is 6.8 atmosphere. At high temperature, there is a tendency of ammonia to get oxidized to N2 and decomposition of NO2. So, when we consider the higher temperature, there may be the ammonia will get oxidized to N2 or decomposition of NO2. Thus, the efficiency of the process is decreased. The catalyst is only initially electrically heated to about 800 degrees Celsius and then the reaction continues on its own, maintaining that temperature. So, when we consider the first important step in the manufacture of nitric acid, that is oxidation of NH3 to NO, the main reaction as well as all the side reactions are exothermic. Hence, low temperature should be used to obtain better yield of NO. In actual practice, the optimum temperature of about 750 degrees Celsius is used at a pressure of 100 psi or when the pressure is 6.8 atmospheres, and platinum rhodium catalyst or the wire gauge is electrically heated to 750 degrees Celsius to start the reaction. Once reaction is started, the external heating is not required. At high temperature, N2, the product is formed, ammonia get oxidized to N2 instead of forming the NO, and efficiency of the process also decreases. So we cannot use the higher temperature for the conversion of NH3 to NO. So optimum temperature used for this, that is 750 degrees Celsius, and it is kept when the pressure is 6.8 atmospheres. So the efficiency of the process will be decreased when the higher temperature is applied, and the catalyst is only initially electrically heated to about 800 degrees Celsius, and the reaction continues on its own maintaining that temperature. So for the first step, that is oxidation of NH3 to NO, requires the optimum temperature 750 degrees Celsius and pressure 6.8 atmospheres. Now the second one, that is effect of pressure. So what is the effect of pressure for the oxidation of NH3 to NO? The forward reaction proceeds with little increase in volume, and backward reaction proceeds with little decrease in volume. So already we know that 9 volumes of reactant gives 10 volumes of product. So forward reaction proceeds with little increase in volume, and backward reaction proceeds with little decrease in volume. If we increase the pressure, equilibrium will shift to a small extent to the left, decreasing the yield of NO. But there is some other advantage in increasing the pressure. If we increase the pressure, the space velocity increases, and hence larger volume of the gas is converted by the same volume of catalyst. Thus, a small proportion of catalyst is sufficient for this conversion, that is for the oxidation of NH3 to NO. We know that in the oxidation of NH3 to NO, forward reaction proceeds with increase in volume. 9 volume of reactants are changed to 10 volume of product. The increasing volume is small, and Le Chatelier's principles does not affect the equilibrium. Thus, no appreciable effect of pressure is noticed, and hence the reaction is carried out at higher pressure, thereby increasing the rate of reaction. And in this, the small proportion of catalyst is sufficient. For the other reactions, increase of pressure shifts the equilibrium to the right, hence larger amount of nitric acid is formed at higher pressure. The pressure applied in practice is about 6.8 atmospheres, or we can say about 100 psi. Now the next to that, effect of catalyst for the oxidation of NH3 to NO. It is found that when a catalyst is taken in the form of a gauge, it is more effective. A multi-layered catalyst made of 10% rhodium and 90% platinum is taken in the form of 80 mesh gauge having 0.003 inches diameter. The weight of the gauge is 105 ounces, which is critical. There are about 20 layers of this gauge used as a catalyst. The conversion of NH3 by volume mixed with preheated air take place through this catalyst at a temperature of 750 degrees Celsius, and the yield of NO is about 94 to 95% if we use the multi-layered catalyst, which is made up of 10% rhodium and 90% platinum. We know that rate of reaction depends upon catalyst. A multi-layered platinum 10% rhodium wire gauge is found to be the best catalyst. It utilizes 10% NH3 at 750 degrees Celsius and brings about 94 to 95% oxidation. Or also ferric oxide plus bismuth is also another catalyst which brings about 70 to 75% oxidation. So we can use This 10% rhodium and 90% platinum catalyst, multi-layered catalyst, which gives the yield of NO about 94 to 95%. And if we use the ferric oxide and bismuth, another catalyst, it brings about 70 to 75% oxidation. The speed of oxidation of NH3 to NO is very fast. The best contact time between the reacting gases and catalyst is also considered, that is about 3 into 10 raised to minus 4 second. Effect of proportion of gases, that is NH3 and air. What should be the mixture for these gases? Ammonia and air. Excess of oxygen, it should be taken because some oxygen is also required to convert NO to NO2. Generally, the mixture consists of 10% NH3 and 90% air by volume. If the proportion of ammonia in mixture exceeds 10%, there is a danger of explosion because the reaction takes place under high pressure, that is about 6.8 atmospheres. So we should take care that if the proportion of ammonia in mixture exceeds 10%, there may be the danger of explosion. Similarly, many side reactions may occur that reduces the yield of NO and more NH3 is wasted. So that should be the proper proportion of gases, 10% NH3 and 90% air by volume. So generally the mixture consists of 10% NH3 and 90% air by volume to convert NH3 to NO. So it is observed that a mixture containing about 10% NH3 by volume is most suitable. If the ammonia concentration increases, side reactions may occur producing N2 instead of NO. Therefore, in the oxidation of ammonia with air, the concentration of NH3 must be properly adjusted. So what should be the rate of flow of gases? In the reactor, all ammonia should get oxidized at once, otherwise a second reaction between unused ammonia and nitric oxide produced in the main reaction may take place. 4NH3 plus 6NO give the formation of 5N2 plus 6H2O. So the gases should not remain in contact with the catalyst for a long time. The rate of flow of gases should be high. For rhodium platinum catalyst at 750 degrees Celsius, the best time of contact is 0.0014 seconds. If the contact is longer, NO is decomposed to N2 and O2. The speed of oxidation of NH3 to NO is very fast. The best contact time with reacting gases and catalyst is found to be 0.0014 seconds. On longer contact, nitric oxide decomposes to N2 and O2. Now, the second step, that is principles which are involved in the oxidation of nitric oxide to NO2, which is the second step in the manufacture of nitric acid, oxidation of nitric oxide to NO2. So this one is the reaction. Twice NO plus O2. Oxidation gives the formation of twice NO2. This reaction is also reversible. The forward reaction is exothermic and there is decrease in volume when NO2 is formed. So here 2 volume of NO, 1 volume of O2, total 3 volumes of reactants gives only 2 volume of product. That means there is decrease in volume when NO2 is formed. According to Le-Chatelier's principle, high pressure and low temperature is favorable for oxidation of NO to NO2. This conversion of NO to NO2 takes place at 150 degrees Celsius, lower temperature at 150 degrees Celsius and higher pressure about 6.8 atmospheres pressure. Since the reaction is slow, more contact time is necessary for oxidation. let us see the principles which are involved in absorption of NO2 in water. That is the third step in the manufacture of nitric acid, absorption of NO2 in water to form HNO3. So this one is the reaction. 3NO2 plus 1 H2O give the formation of twice HNO3 plus 1 NO. Here when we observe 3 volume of NO2 plus 1 volume of H2O gives 2 volume of HNO3 plus 1 volume of NO. Total 4 volume of reactant and 3 volume of product. Absorption being a slow process, more space is required for it. Absorption of NO2 by water under controlled process gives nitric acid. This reaction, the forward reaction, is exothermic and hence the rate of reaction can be increased by cooling the gases to 40 to 50 degrees Celsius and by employing counter current graded strength of acid for absorption. The nitric acid produced in Ostwald's process is about 61 to 65% in strength. So here also the 4 volume of reactant give the formation of 3 volume of product. There is decrease in volume. So according to the Le-Chatelier's principle, the forward reaction is exothermic. The rate of reaction can be increased by cooling the gases to 40 to 50 degrees Celsius and by employing counter current graded strengths of acid for absorption. So NO2 is absorbed in water to produce HNO3. This reaction is controlling reaction. Rate of reaction is increased by cooling the reactants to 40 to 50 degrees Celsius because the reaction is exothermic. Absorption of NO2 is a slow process, so more space is provided for the interaction of reactants. So by using Ostwald's process, the nitric acid produced is about 61 to 65% in strength. So we have studied the physico-chemical principles involved in each step. That is, first step, oxidation of NH3 to NO, oxidation of NO to NO2 and oxidation of NO2 in water to form HNO3. So all the reactions or the conditions involved in the manufacture of nitric acid we have studied in detail. So what are the favorable conditions for the manufacturing of nitric acid by Ostwald's process? The favorable conditions for the better yield of nitric acid are temperature 750 degrees Celsius for the conversion of NH3 to NO and 150 degrees Celsius for the conversion of NO to NO2. Pressure 6.8 atmosphere pressure. Higher temperature is favorable for the better yield of nitric acid. Catalyst 10% rhodium and 90% platinum. It is a suitable catalyst for the better yield of nitric acid. It is found that when a catalyst is taken in the form of a gas, it is more effective. So, a multi-layered catalyst which is made up of 10% rhodium and 90% platinum is taken in the form of 80 mesh gauge and it is a effective catalyst for the better yield of nitric acid. Proportion of gases, ammonia and oxygen. Ammonia, it is about 10 by volume and oxygen 90 by volume. So that is ammonia to oxygen proportion should be 10:90. So we should remember the favorable conditions for the better yield of nitric acid. Temperature 750 degrees Celsius for conversion of NH3 to NO, 150 degrees Celsius for the conversion of NO to NO2, pressure 6.8 atmosphere, catalyst 10% rhodium, 90% platinum, proportion of gases ammonia to oxygen that is 10:90 by volume. Now let us see the uses of nitric acid. The important uses of nitric acid are: nitric acid assumes a critical part in the fabricate of different items. For example, explosives like trinitrotoluene TNT, gun cotton, nitroglycerin, ammonal and so forth. Fertilizers, for example ammonium nitrate, calcium nitrate, and for the manufacturing of such a fertilizers nitric acid is useful. Nitrate salts, for example calcium nitrate, ammonium nitrate, silver nitrate and so on. Nitric acid is also used in dyes, shades, drugs and so on from coal tar items. Sulfuric acid by lead chamber process. It is utilized as a part of the cleaning of silver, platinum, gold and so forth. Nitric acid is utilized as a part of scratching designs on copper, bronze product, brass and so on. It is used as a laboratory reagent. It is utilized to make aqua regia for the disintegration of noble elements. So it is used to prepare aqua regia to dissolve the noble elements. Aqua regia is an extremely solid acid. It is made by combining one section nitric acid and 3 sections of hydrochloric acid. So that is 1:3. One section of nitric acid and 3 sections of hydrochloric acid. The acid was named by chemists since it can disintegrate the noble metals gold and platinum. So that is aqua regia. So we should remember the combination, one section of nitric acid and 3 sections of hydrochloric acid. Nitric acid utilized as a research center reagent. Nitric acidum, the homeopathic medicine of nitric acid. It is a mineral which is arranged chemically utilizing extra care by mixing sodium nitrate and sulfuric acid. So these are also the uses of nitric acid. We can summarize the uses of nitric acid in this chart. So nitric acid plays a significant role in the manufacture of various products such as explosives like trinitrotoluene TNT, nitroglycerin, gun cotton, ammonal. Also it is used in the manufacture of dyes, perfumes, paints. It is useful in sulfuric acid by lead chamber process. It is used in the purification of silver, gold, platinum, etc. Nitric acid is used in etching designs on copper, brass, bronzeware, etc. It is also used as a laboratory reagent. It is used in the manufacture of fertilizers such as calcium nitrate, ammonium nitrate, etc. So these are the various uses of nitric acid. It is also used to prepare aqua regia, which is used to dissolve gold, silver, platinum or the noble elements. Aqua regia, it is used to dissolve the noble elements. So in today's lecture we have discussed the physico-chemical principles involved in the manufacture of nitric acid by Osterwald's process and also the important uses of nitric acid. I hope you understand the manufacture of nitric acid and also the physico-chemical principles involved in the manufacturing. Thank you.